I'm just going to have to get a better system here. I don't know how many times this video shut down or stopped recording or didn't have the mic on. Anyway, this is my second introduction to raising up crowdfunding for the Joepipe Ultra Nano Furnace. And so I'd like to just discuss the heart and intent of the nano furnace. All my life I've been involved in, very interested in fuel technology, 100 miles per gallon carburetor, things like that. I heard many stories. Imagine you guys out there too. I've researched all the top systems in the world going back to the 1920s. And the one that really captured my attention was Charles Pogue. That where he was able to attain over 200 miles per gallon. It was either 1929 or 39, I think it's 29, on a 500 cubic inch Buick engine. And I know another guy indirectly on the West Coast. He had a Cadillac and he was getting over 1,000 miles per gallon. But he's being watched and he can't do much. He's a multimillionaire, but his hands are tied. So you hear the stories. And what about trying to attempt to get the same kind of results on home heating? I know there's been a lot of attempts at gasification. There's been a rebound on this because of the price of fuel. And after 10 years of testing the Joepipe technology, seeing many anomalies, seeing the intense heat generated by the Joepipe, where whatever fuel that you use, it maximizes the efficiency. I thought, well, I could use the Joepipe to make a very simple gasifier, like a 2-stage or maybe even a 3-stage gasifier that could use fuel broken down by an ultrasonic generator. Sonotech out of New York, they actually make such a unit, and be able to get that and use it to inject a metered amount of ultrasonic fuel into the Joepipe, where it's broken down and then introduced into the final stage of the Joepipe, where the superheated CO2, as the fuel is going through there, it's even broken down even finer. And a year ago at this time, I was actually doing experiments with a Joepipe furnace that I made out of a 2.5 inch by 24 inch ceramic tube that I encased with refractory cement and 3 inches of ceramic wool. And it took about maybe 45 minutes to an hour to bring it up to temperature. But basically, he had a kiln. The pipe was actually a kiln that reached kiln temperatures. It would turn nice bright orange inside, just using propane. And at the time, I never had any fancy injectors. It didn't have ultrasonics like that. I thought about it, but you have to use what you have. And so I picked up one of those diesel sprayers that contractors use for concrete, spraying concrete. And I picked up a few different tips. At the time, I thought they were rated for gallons per hour or liters per hour. And so I began my testing, and I started out with a 0.2 tip. When I looked at it, it was actually 0.2 gallons per minute, or roughly about a liter. So I fired it up, and my primary consumption on the Joepipe furnace was about 3 to 4 ounces of propane per hour. And when I sprayed in the diesel, it instantly cracked and came out the output end as a very intense, a very large flame. It was almost white where it was coming out, and no sign of black smoke at all. And this is in the winter time. So the results are even more, if they're good in the winter, you know that they're going to be much better in hotter, in the summertime. Like the difference between the Joepipe in the summer and winter months. In the winter, you have drier air. Summer, more humid air. Like last year, I've reached temperatures upwards of 2,600 degrees and using propane and air, where normally the Joepipe runs at about 2,000, 2,100 degrees Fahrenheit. And in the summertime, in the wintertime, it drops down to 12, 13, 1,400 degrees. So the humidity itself must be being converted into hydrogen, where for the higher heat produced in the summer. So anyway, I was doing the Joepipe experiments with the furnace, and I had a little bit too much auxiliary air, and I had a blowout. And this is in about a 4,000 square foot shop for tractors and all that. So the ceilings were about 30 foot high, and the doors must have been all of 20 feet high. And within that 30 seconds, the residual diesel that was inside the pipe instantly created a condensed layer of a cloud layer just above the doors. They opened up the doors right away, and just in case there was an explosion. But that's how refined the diesel was, broken down. And so I knew that I had something. In the wintertime, that diesel mist went straight up. And that was quite something to see. It didn't blow up, or I wouldn't be here. So that gave me the idea to use ultrasonic injectors. I know that the system's going to work because I've already done it. Just need to replicate it using equipment that's going to get the job done a lot better. So that's what I would like to do on the Joepipe furnace. I'd like to be able to take fuel oil and get a minimal 50% more efficiency out of fuel oil or diesel for home heating or for heating for a greenhouse. And if you mix water with that, made an emulsion mix, you know that your pollution is going to be near zero. You're not going to have your oxides and all that. It's going to be a negative carbon system, negative carbon combustion. And just being able to do it, it's going to be a statement that's going to go around the world. And I want to see it fall into the hands of those who need it. Europe especially could use it. If their fuel can be extended 200 to 300%, why not do it? Why not do it? That's where my heart is. Okay, I'm going to come back on the third part, and the third part is going to be on other crowdfunding projects similar to the Joepipe. I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I like to diversify. I'll come back to you on this in a moment here.